What are we going to read today?
Listen or read along with Miss DuPont. Find someplace cozy and let's dive into one of our books in our collection that are St. Patrick's Day themed. Jack and the Leprechaun by Ivan Robertson, illustrated by Katie Broughton. Jack and the Leprechaun. Jack Mouse was invited to a very special St. Patrick's Day party. It was far away from his home. "Welcome to Ireland," his cousin Sean said. "Happy St. Patrick's Day." Jack was happy to be there. He'd come a very long way. "There will be music, dancing, and lots of food at the St. Patrick's Day party," said Sean, "and there will be plenty of new things to see and do. Maybe, if we're really lucky, someone might even catch Liam the Leprechaun this year." "Who is Liam the Leprechaun?" asked Jack. "Every St. Patrick's Day, Liam the Leprechaun appears with his pot of gold in one hand and a stout oak club called the shillelagh in the other," said Sean. "If someone catches him, he has to give him his pot of gold. But nobody has caught him yet, so keep an eye out, cousin." When they got to the house, Aunt Brid and Uncle Fergal were very happy to see Jack, and so were all his cousins. "Seed Malfault," they called. "That's Gaelic for 100,000 welcomes," explained Aunt Brid. "Gaelic is the oldest language in Ireland." "Oh," said Jack, "thank you." Happy St. Patrick's Day. "We have a very important job for our very important guest," Aunt Brid said. "We need you to fill this basket with shamrocks. The three-leaved shamrocks plant is the symbol of St. Patrick himself, and we couldn't have the party without it." Jack went into the woods to look for shamrocks. He looked and he looked, but he didn't see any shamrocks at all. "They must be around here somewhere," thought Jack. He went deeper and deeper into the woods. The woods got thicker, the woods got darker. Jack was about to give up when he looked at the ground and saw shamrocks everywhere. He would have his basket filled in no time. "Tee-hee-hee, tee-ho-ho." "What was that?" asked Jack. He looked around, but he didn't see anything. "Tee-hee-hee, tee-ho-ho." There was that sound again. Jack turned and saw a little man with a red beard and a green suit and a green hat. And the little man had a wooden club in one hand and a pot of gold in the other. "That must be Liam the Leprechaun," Jack thought. "That pot of gold will be mine if I catch him." But with a tee-hee-hee and a to-ho-ho, Liam sprinted away. "Hey!" Jack called. "Hold on!" Jack ran after him as fast as he could. Jack chased Liam the Leprechaun out of the woods. He chased him across the fields, over the streams, and all the way back to the village. Jack jumped over a wall and suddenly crash! He ran smack into someone. But it wasn't Liam the leprechaun. Uncle Fergal, said Jack. Well, of course it's me, Uncle Fergal said. Where are you off to when there's a party waiting at home? I was trying to catch a leprechaun, Jack said. Leprechauns. Faith and begorrel, Uncle Fergal laughed. Don't you have better things to do today than chase after imaginary creatures? Don't you even know what today is? It's St. Patrick's Day. March 17 is the day of the biggest celebration of Ireland, continued Uncle Fergal. Now, enough with this foolishness. Come with me. But, Jack began. Uncle Fergal didn't even hear him. The whole town is getting ready for St. Patrick's Day, said Uncle Fergal. There's Mrs. Murphy baking the traditional soda bread, and that's Mr. O'Brien getting the children ready for the parade. Miss Fitzgerald is knitting a special green sweater. Green is the national color of Ireland, you know. What about the leprechauns? Asked Jack. What about pots of gold? Eck, you silly mouse, said Uncle Fergal. There are no such things as leprechauns. But then, out of the corner of his eye, Jack saw Liam. There he is, Jack yelled as he raced away. Tee-hee-hee, tee-ho-ho, sang Liam the leprechaun. Then suddenly Liam tripped and fell. Gotcha, said Jack as he grabbed Liam's arm. But the leprechaun just laughed. Why, Jack, don't you recognize your own cousin? Jack looked closer. It wasn't Liam at all. It was his cousin Sean. Before he knew it, Jack was laughing too. Suddenly, Sean stopped laughing. We're late for the party, he said. And I still have to go get the shamrocks, Jack said. Let's go. Off they ran, picking as many shamrocks as they could find along the way. When they got to the house, the party was just starting. There was music and dancing and lots of food. The mayor played the traditional St. Patrick's Day song, Danny Boy, on his harp, and everybody clapped. Just before the sun went down, there was a knock at the door. There, on the front steps, was a surprise. It was the next best thing to a pot of gold. It was a pot of cheese from Liam the leprechaun. Happy St. Patrick's Day. With the cheese being yellow, what does it look like the pot is? Does it look like a pot of gold? I hope you enjoyed the story today. Join us again on the Mandy Troy Storytime channel. We have so many more amazing books to read. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button below. If you want more stories like this, click the subscribe button. Share a good book.